much. We actually have enough time for Congresswoman Kaptur and Congressman Ellison to each take like 3 minutes. Okay.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
And then we're coming back. Okay. And we have to go vote and come back. We're in the middle of a vote right now. Okay.
I thank the witnesses very much and the leadership of the Progressive Caucus for hosting this hearing today. Let me just say that for Mr. Montalvan's testimony, I do not have that in my packet, so I hope that we will be afforded the opportunity to copy your remarks today. First of all, thank you. Thank you for your patriotism and thank you for your service to our country. I'm from the state of Ohio. If you can't get medical help personally, or if you know soldiers that need care, you let me know. And I will work with you on that. We've established a special center at Case Western Reserve Medical Center in the state of Ohio, and we have placed several $1 million there to assess and treat our neuropsychiatrically impaired vets. And if they can't do it, we'll find a way to do it. All right? So that's number one. No veteran should go without care, and this Congress has increased the funding to the Veterans Administration and to the Department of Defense enormously. The VA alone has received over a 20% increase in its budget. 20%. And in the area of neuropsychiatric and traumatic brain injury, in this past budget cycle, we placed nearly $1 billion at the Department of Defense. And I can tell you it's been very difficult to get them to, and Congress did this. They didn't want to do it. Members of Congress forced that legislation to be passed. So your presence here today is very, very important, not just for yourselves, but for your colleagues and for those who are still in theater. All right? Your testimony here today also helps us contribute to a resolution of the situations we face in Iraq and in Afghanistan. And I want to urge you on to take your message across the country as best you are able. Don't wear yourselves out doing that. Organize your time. You've had good military training. You know how to organize your time and your energy. But your message is very important because the American people want to be successful. They know we're not on the right track, but they're a bit unclear on the direction we need to head. Many of you, by putting your collective intelligence together, can make a difference. The one question I have deals with rules of engagement. Most of you are Marines. Thank you. Thank you. Marines are trained to be a strike force. And we respect that. We respect the training and the grit it took for you to do that and for your colleagues. My question is, as a Marine, did you feel that the rules of engagement were unclear because you were being asked to participate in civil affairs and other functions that had nothing to do with your training? Several of you have mentioned a confusion on the ground. What threat do you see to the Corps itself because of the fact that you were being asked to do something you weren't trained for? You were properly trained to be a strike force. Could you comment on these confusing rules of engagement for the Corps?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. This is definitely will have long-term implications for the Marine Corps. Yes. We sometimes jokingly refer to the military presence in Iraq as a provisional MP unit, because there are numerous units. My artillery unit, after I left to go into civil affairs, was cross-trained as military police and then deployed. And what Iraq needs desperately more than anything is rule of law. They will never get it with a foreign military imposing martial law. And what we have, all we have is this. We have some concept of, well, an Iraqi is allowed to have one weapon per household or one per adult male per household. And I've heard so many different rules on that from people in different units and different times. But the fact is that in order to establish rule of law as is needed in Iraq, this isn't going to cut it.
That's all you were given?
We were not given any any kind of laws. We were not told that we were enforcing Iraqi laws. Of course, I was there in 2004, but even the military that's there today is not instructed to enforce any laws or rule of law that is being established by the Iraqi government. And it was clear to me from my deployment that a single Iraqi policeman, corrupt as he may be, with a single AK-47 has more effect in creating rule of law in a small Iraqi village than an entire platoon of Marines, even if they come through once a day, which they rarely have the time, inclination, or resources to. All we are able to do is come in and stop bomb makers from perhaps setting up shop on the street corner. But we do manage to piss people off and make targets of ourselves. And if I may just comment on your earlier remarks about the veterans issues, when the military is struggling so desperately as it is right now to meet manpower requirements and threatening members with stop loss over 120,000 now and untold more with involuntary extension, it is in the interests of those who wish this occupation to continue to make life difficult for veterans, because they don't want people to think that when they get out of the military they will be taken care of, and they want to do everything in their power to increase the dependency that service members have on the military.
Gentlemen, we have to go.
Oh.
Now, Keith, can you come back?
I got a stacked afternoon, but there's really nothing more important for me to do than this. Do I have time for just 2 questions?
Well, I mean, it's not my time. It's the we're voting.
Are we done?
The time's
Where are we
up.
at? Are we 5?
We got less than a minute.
Ooh.
So let's
that
go.
means I got to go. Well, let me just tell you guys, I'll be back, and thank you for everything you've done.
We hope to see you and your fellow congressmen.
You
so
got
go
it.
ahead and go on down there and invite them all back up here.
You got it, buddy.
At least one of them. I think the first guy. See if I can grab him. I'll make a question guy about the top stuff. Yeah. Check out.
Sorry. Are we going to do some interviews?
Just trying to grab.
And are we staying?